Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel of Conscious History, where we will unveil the hidden truths of the past. In this video we will talk about Napoleon's best friend who died in his arm, Géraud Christophe Michel Duroc. In French history there was a man known worldwide, and his name is Napoleon Bonaparte. There were people who labeled him as a brilliant strategist, self-centered, or seeing him as someone who only took action out of emotions. Only a few people had the opportunity to be in his circle of trust. But not everyone knows that there was a man to whom the emperor placed all his trust in, and managed to listen to in his moments of extreme anger. This man was his faithful friend Duroc, the man for whom the emperor shed his tears when he died in his arms. Who was Michel Duroc? What function did he fulfill within the palace? And how did he gain the trust of the world's most famous emperor? All this and more I will answer in the video. If you like the content, like and subscribe, and let's start the video. Who was Bonaparte's closest friend? Géraud Christophe Michel Duroc was a French general and diplomat who served under Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Duroc was born in Pont-à-Mousson, in France in 1772, and joined the army at a young age. He quickly rose through the ranks due to his unquestioned loyalty and competence. He was the son of Claude de Michel, Chevalier Duroc, who was a cavalry officer, and under his influence, Géraud went to the artillery school. In 1796, Napoleon took Duroc at his side and appointed him as commander in Egypt, colonel in Syria, and after the coup in 1799, chief aide-de-campaign. Returning to France with Bonaparte, he then took up the diplomatic duties in Berlin and Basel, at the emperor's special request, and later went to fight in the Great Battle of Marengo in 1800, leaving 9,000 enemies dead plus 5,000 prisoners, an impressive success for this high-ranking general. He also carried out other missions in Vienna, St. Petersburg and Copenhagen, which reinforced confidence in him, something that shows the importance in him among Napoleon's men. All contemporaries praised this reserved man, and although he is not as well known, this was the man that could control Napoleon's impulses of anger and help him to be rational, which turns out to be quite a feat considering the many anecdotes that characterized him. Later, when Napoleon became emperor in 1804, he ordered the painter Antoine-Jean Gros to undertake portraits of his most important allies. Among these portraits is that of the Grand Marshal General Michel Duroc, one of his most faithful companions, and who at that time was holding an important position within the court. In this painting, Duroc is represented in his highest ranking palace official outfit, where the red color of his cape predominates. He has been wearing the large plate of the Legion of Honor since he was elevated to the highest rank within the military. We can witness the Vendôme column at the bottom of the painting, which represents his military past made of bronze from the cannons taken from the enemy at Austerlitz, one of the most important battles of the Napoleonic Wars. These paintings evoke the personality and importance of General Duroc within the palace and his military past at the same time. What does it mean to be the Grand Master of the palace? What are his main functions? This job meant, above all, to protect the emperor, and he does so by sending the detachments of the imperial guard that are assigned to the service of the palaces to provide security, and also therefore protecting Napoleon's family and loved ones. The Imperial Guard that was commanded by General Christophe Duroc was made up of hundreds of men surrounding these palaces. You must know that Napoleon had 39 palaces in total, and it is for this very fact that he has been the person who had the most palaces in the history of France. These palaces require maintenance. The general had the responsibility for structures for all the tasks done in these palaces. Also the security that would form of what's going to be called the Duroc police. Among these men, many former soldiers were recruited, who in addition to their maintenance function, were also inspired to fight for the general in combat. The police force was known to be very well structured, for the reason that it was everywhere, and it was led by Minister of Police Josephine. Its structure and management was a total success, because Napoleon never suffered any attack within the palace structures during his reign, so it's a perfect achievement for Duroc in terms of palace security. Another function of this high-ranking officer was the security of Napoleon's family table. That is, the meals that must be served inside the emperor's house. This is one of the most important services and one that requires great security trust, since the emperor received tens of hundreds of guests at his table, at times very important people, so the table must be worthy of his rank and worthy of welcoming all of Europe. This function requires a lot of staff, both in the kitchens and in the great room where they meet, so this is a very important service and was made up for 800 people, who are led by Géraud Duroc. The main character of this video had a very hard job in terms of security requirements, because Napoleon constantly feared the possibility of poisoning, possibly by the French themselves who were against him, or by multiple enemy powers, among the most powerful like England and Russia. To run optimal security, Duroc had to have people he trusted most within the kitchen, sometimes former soldiers to ensure loyalty. Napoleon only had to eat what came out of his kitchen, to limit the possibilities of poisoning. This important position placed Duroc in a very direct contact with the emperor on a daily basis. Duroc was by his side, almost being his shadow, being one of the most trusted people that Emperor Napoleon had, and it could be said that he is the person who knows him best in his privacy, since over time he would be his best friend. After participating in the heavy campaign of the battles of Lutzen and Bautzen, where he was assigned the task of organizing the army, Duroc felt his death coming. He was aware that the Silesian campaign would represent one of the most dangerous moments of his life. It is for this very reason that he personally asked the emperor to take care of his family and provide them with everything they need in case of a tragic event. It was on an afternoon in 1813 when the Grand Marshal Duke of Friuli, Duroc, was on a small hill during his campaign in Germany. He was conversing with the Duke of Treviso and General Couragner. All three were on foot and out of range of enemy fire. One of the last of the enemy's cannon shells grazed the Duke of Treviso, inflicting wounds in the Grand Marshal's lower abdomen and killing General Couragner instantly. At that moment, the Duke of Friuli immediately felt that his wounds were fatal. Once the post had been established and the army withdrew to their camps, the emperor visited Duroc, the Duke of Friuli, finding him fully conscious and displaying great self-control. The Duke took the emperor's hand, who raised it to his lips and pronounced, "All my life I have dedicated myself to serving you. I only regret that I cannot do so in the future." The emperor expressed, "We will meet in another existence. That is where you will wait for me and we will meet again." Duroc replied, "Yes, your majesty, but that will be within 30 years, when you have triumphed over your adversaries and have fulfilled all the hopes and wishes of our country. I have led an honorable life. I have no excuses." After taking the Grand Marshal's right hand, the emperor remained silent for a quarter of an hour, resting his head on his left hand. The Grand Marshal was the first to break the silence. "Oh Lord, does this scene trouble you?" Even in his final moments, he was worried about the emperor. The emperor, accompanied by the Duke of Dalmatia and Grand Equerry, could not say more than these words to Duroc: "Goodbye, my friend." Napoleon sincerely felt the loss, mourned, and later acquired the house where Duroc had died, and financed the construction of a monument in honor of his loyal and dear friend. Did you know of the story of General Duroc and his closeness to the emperor? Duroc and Napoleon shared a close relationship. What do you think made their friendship so enduring and meaningful? Leave me your answer below in the comments, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel to see more similar videos. And activate the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you once we upload a new video. We upload videos regularly. Don't miss it, you will not regret it.